Big going on today as after a huge victory last week over New York Mills. Chris Mahoney and his Oriskany Redskins are on their way to Glens Falls, and he's on the line with us right now. Chris is the coach for Oriskany. Good morning, Chris. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good. Well, listen, first of all, we want to say good luck today. And the game tip-off is, 11:45 today?
Yep, thank you for that. And yep, our game is at 11:45. The semifinal game before us is at 10. So.
All right, so you're going in undefeated. Let's talk about this team that you have. It seems like you have something special.
Yeah, they're a great bunch of guys, and they've been working for this for 3 years now. I couldn't ask more of them, day in and day out. And each day they surprise me with their, mentality of their work ethic and what they get in and put into every practice. And they really are a special group.
And talk about that game that you guys played with New York Mills. I mean, you guys were really all over them. And we're talking about a New York Mills, a dynasty in itself.
Yeah, first off, we have to congratulate New York Mills and Coach Ady on what they've built over there. And it was huge for us to get 3 wins against them this year, because for the past 2 years we've been really, pretty good in Section 3 with Class D, but we were never able to get over that hump. And this year the team really put the time and effort in the off season to get to where they're at now, and they were able to this year, really build on that and get over that hump finally and get that perennial, monkey off your back. So it was really big for these guys.
And talk about the team you're going to play today and what you've said to your kids today.
Well, we're playing a team that's from Dobbs Ferry, which is just north of Yonkers. So they're 20 miles out of New York City. They're a pretty athletic team. They're not really that tall, but they are athletic, so they will pressure us with the ball. They also like to try to turn turnovers into points, and but that's something that we want to use against them. We know that they are going to try to pressure us, so we know that they're going to be weak on the help side of the defense. So we want to try to exploit that weakness and really use that to our advantage. It's something that we've been pretty good at all year. Is when teams try to come at us, we can counter that and go back at them and get easy layups on the back end.
Well, listen, we wish you the best, and hopefully we're talking to you on Monday with great news. So good luck out there today.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, Coach.
Take care, Chris.
Oriskany playing for the state championship today in Class D in high school basketball. Big deal. Tim Reed, you get to go to Glens Falls. That's a big deal.
Yeah, my son played in Glens Falls 1 year.
Really?
Yeah, he ended up. So actually, I think he went twice. 1 year, he ended up having the unfortunate chance to be able to guard Trish, and
that's
no kidding.
And the
That's
other year
something.
was they ended up playing against Jimmer Frigette. Remember him?
Yes.
That kid. It was like a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
I mean, he just lit it up. So
before we get into talking about the Boilermaker,
Yeah.
you said you have
I have a rant.
a gripe.
I have a gripe.
You're upset about something.
So yesterday, you guys covered the story about the I call it the boombox battle that took place.
This was the airplane.
And the airplane.
Yeah.
Spirit Air, which I think probably spirits were flowing in regards to this.
They were,
when
yeah.
it took place. So I heard
I think what was going on is a woman
Yeah,
they
she
started
had-
playing the boombox loudly.
yeah, they
Somebody said,
landed, and she must have
"Turn
been
it down,"
excited.
yeah.
She said, "Turn it up." So this was a all-woman battle.
Yeah, pulling hair.
Yeah,
and
pulling hair.
Everything. It was
But
something.
You really didn't appreciate the story until I watched it on the news last night.
Yeah.
And you saw them going at her or whatever. But the thing that really bugged me was the picture that they were taking for whoever the person was in the back of the plane. There had to be 7 or 8 other cell phones that were all lit up taking a picture of this fight. I just thought,
you go to YouTube, you can see
Yeah.
multiple versions because there are multiple angles
right.
of videotaping this thing.
And I just thought, how sad this is.
I know.
That really the first thing you shouldn't be doing is worrying about, hey, can I get a viral video?
Yeah.
Is stop the fight.
Right.
Okay, and take care. Could you imagine at 9/11 if the guys that the plane that went down in Shanksville, the whole let's roll. But
Right.
they said, well, you know what? Let's not do. Let's take.
Let's
a
see
picture
where
on
this
our
is
cell
going to
phone."
go.
I think this will be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a very good point.
It's very sad.
Yeah. I have to say I'm very proud of myself, Tim. I'm just going to lay it right out here and pat myself on the back. Not
Again this morning?
Not what? It might be the 5th time this morning, Christine. Not once did my son or did I whip out a cell phone while we were saving that squirrel in our backyard. And damn it, I walked away after we were walking down to the house afterwards, and I said, "Why didn't we think about taping this? This would have been something I could have put up on."
Clicks you lost.
The clicks. It just withered away with that squirrel limping off into
and you
the
saved a
distance.
squirrel's life, so we are proud of you. Forget the
Absolutely.
clicks.
But you can't even believe. Who's even going to believe it's real? You don't even believe me.
I think it was
If
just
I had the video,
Now, the rabbit story, I believe, with the squirrel one is a little far-fetched.
yeah, you think it is?
You had the audio or video of the rabbit story. I remember that, right? The rabbit jumped in the pool.
The rabbit was in the pool.
Right.
But my daughter was right there. I was doing it, and I won't say that I said, "Quick, turn on your video camera." I might have said that. But at least I was trying to save the squirrel. In this case, these people were just watching
care.
these women fight.
They're going, wow, man, that's cool.
Listen.
Oh, okay.
You're going to jump in there?
What?
You're going to jump in there?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Fists are flying and the hair's being pulled.
Well, I think you got to get in the moment.
You would jump in there.
I jump in.
I would too.
well, and it's on a plane. Hello, there's safety issues.
They're landed. They're on
I-
the ground,
yeah.
right?
It doesn't matter. You're still
I'd be jumping.
together.
I'd be jumping in, saying, "You're going to spill my cocktail. What are you doing? It's going to be awful."
$16 for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've become a society that wasn't there a story?
We're voyeuristic.
Wasn't there a story just recently where there was a truck driver and everybody was taping? What was that story?
There
too?
was a Utica truck driver. It was somewhere down in Florida. There was a crash.
Yeah.
I don't know if the car was on fire or something. I think it was in the paper a few days ago. And he said, it was just amazing to him the amount of people that were just driving by filming it on their cell phone.
Yeah, not stopping to help.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, there was a story that we thought on 5S last year that a truck went off down an embankment, and I didn't see anybody videotaping there. It was really, we all jumped out of the car. I went right down into the hills, and I swear to God, I was in like Poison Schumacher, whatever that stuff is. I'm looking around, and I'm like surrounded by all these gigantic weeds. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be blisters all over myself. But you hope that you'd think that way, right? That you'd try to help a person and not hope that you're going to get a viral video.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Said you ended up with a virus on your legs.
I was lucky.
With Poison Schumacher.
I didn't get into anything. I don't know what happened. So, okay. So this registration that is going on right now.
Yeah, so registration for advanced registration, which are folks that ran last year and finished within qualifying time, opened at noon yesterday.
And what is the qualifying time, by the way? Is it under?
It's 2.5 hours for the 15K.
Oh, okay.
And
so that's pretty lenient.
Oh, it's wicked lenient.
Yeah. I've even finished before that.
And actually, it's even longer than that because it's of the time you were in the medical time.
That's right.
So
thanks for bringing that up.
And also it's when the last person actually goes through the chute, which adds about 12 or 13 minutes. So it's about a 14 or 15. I mean, it's a long.
So if
time.
you ran last year, you can run this year as long as you finish the race.
Well, you received an email that said, "Hey, you can do this. You've got a week to sign up."
Yeah.
So they've got until the following Thursday. And to date,
I was going to say, how well is it? It opened up yesterday.
So we have 4,431 for the 15K and 989 for the 5K.
Man, that's fast.
Yeah, it is fast.
And they have all week to do it. People jump right on this.
Here's the thing: people are just. What's that old Art Linkletter show? People are funny, right?
People are funny. They say the funniest things.
We give them an entire week. Everybody at noon, okay?
Bang, yeah.
Everyone hits at the same time in regards to it. And people are calling frantically and I'm going...
It causes a stress on the system.
Absolutely.
You have all week long.
That's the whole thing we kind of want to do is you got your own time. Now, we're a little bit behind last year from where we were, but the difference is last year we opened on a Saturday, so it was a little... easier. So this was a Thursday.
Okay.
I think we're going to catch up by the weekend.
So if you ran, this is your shot. Get in there, and otherwise, open registration begins at noon next Saturday.
Right, March
a week
19th
from this Saturday
at noon.
Yeah.
Right. So
and we know how that goes. I had somebody actually calling me this morning and asking about being able to. Last year, it sold out by like Sunday night, something like that. I think.
Yeah, it was a day.
Yeah,
it was.
So
a day.
it went, but I think people have. when these things happen, I think people begin to say, I can't get in. I didn't get in the first hour. I can't get in.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Don't feel that way because you'll just keep trying. You'll get in there.
So last year, roughly half the field filled with advanced registration, half the field filled up with open.
Got it.
And
you're on track for that right now.
So there were 7,000 folks. Now, what might happen is if last year was a good race. I mean, I think a lot of people were happy.
Yeah.
If suddenly it ends up with a situation that you end up with 10,000 people sign up at advanced registration,
okay,
that really closes the window a lot on the open. So, this advanced registration piece, this is only our second year.
So you're going to be able to keep an eye on this, and by next Friday, we'll be able to say
people will be able to see where we stand in regards to it. Yeah.
And you'll know if you're at 10,000 on this pre-registration, you're going to
next Saturday,
really.
It's going to be a short day.
It's going to be a short day.
It'll be a short day.
All right. Good stuff, Tim. I'm glad we're talking about the Boilermaker because it means the weather's turning.
This week was unbelievable.
Incredible. Tomorrow's
what
going to
a
be
switch
great.
That was turned on.
I know. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
And now compare this to last year. Just remember what last year was like, how cold that was. Good stuff. Tim Reed, thank you. 7:24. Big day for Utica College football. We'll talk about that coming up in WIBX.